welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Welcome to the divisional playoff presented by Intuit TurboTax here in Santa Clara. Cowboys and the 49ers just moments away from kickoff as we go downstairs and say hello to Aaron Andrews.
Hi, Kev. It's the question everybody is asking. When is this 49ers quarterback, Brock Purdy, going to start looking and playing like a rookie? Everyone thought it was going to be last week against Seattle on Saturday. He even said to us, my first throw, the ball was wet. It slipped out of my hands. But then he thought, I'm not going to overthink this whole thing. Let's just take it one play at a time. He said he got some completions under his belt, and then they scored, and the game became just any other game. But what about this matchup? Cowboys on the field, Hall of Famers all around the stadium. He said again, yeah, it's awesome, but I can't worry about playing so well that they make a docu-series about me. Again, let's keep it simple. That's how I have to play it in my mind. For more on Dallas, let's send it over to Tom Rinaldi.
Well, EA, likely no Dallas Cowboy is under greater scrutiny heading into this game than their kicker, Brett Maher. After missing just 3 extra points all regular season, he missed 4 in a row Monday night in Tampa. Certainly, the 49ers seem well aware of where Maher might be mentally. He went 7 for 7 Thursday in practice, 13 for 14, but this is pregame. Deebo Samuel working in and through the area where Maher was attempting to warm up at one point. Then Trent Williams came over to get involved in the mix as members from both staffs had to separate the players. Also keep in mind, the Dallas Cowboys have practiced and have twice the number of 2-point conversion plays ready to go if there's any trouble with Maher early on. It'll be fascinating to see how this plays off as we kick this one off, guys. Can't wait.
Well, a little gamesmanship early as we tell you about Spanish language broadcast that's available today on Fox Deportes. Yeah, this rivalry renewed. 9th meeting in the postseason for these two. Of course, 3 straight NFC title games in the 90s where it was just so electric, the rivalry every game. Think about Brock Purdy. This is what he has done to the 49ers offense. Look, they were obviously very, very good. Trey Lance started the year, got hurt. Jimmy Garoppolo, familiar, took over. Since Purdy, they're averaging 35 a game, and they've got over 400 yards a game. I mean, it's like you said in the beginning. He's not just hanging on and not turning it over. He's made their offense better. Welcome back to the divisional playoffs presented by Intuit TurboTax here at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, California. A beautiful, crisp Sunday afternoon. These two heated rivals back at it. Might have been a big return. Well, this is the 9th postseason meeting between these two rivals, tied for most in history. And, of course, 3 straight epic championship game battles from 92 to 94. 49ers have won the last 2 playoff games, including the wild card round last year that had that wild finish. Cowboys racing down the field. Dak Prescott trying to spike it, couldn't get the play. And that was that. You see Charles Omenihu. I mean, so many stars in this rivalry. Of course, Dwight Clark, the iconic catch at Candlestick. Welcome back to the divisional playoffs presented by Intuit TurboTax here in Santa Clara. Defenses have reigned supreme thus far. 4:36 to go in the first half. Well, I think the way the 49ers have just run through everyone on offense the last month and a half since Brock Purdy started, this is new for them. It's been different because they really haven't had any resistance until today.
Yeah, San Francisco's greatest asset is their ability with their scheme and with their personnel and the speed that they have in their weapons to create a ton of space, right? There's usually a ton of space throughout the course of the field for Kyle Shanahan to move all these pieces around. Dallas's deep defense is equally fast. They're equally athletic, and so far it's posing a challenge.
Intuit TurboTax presents a Not Texas Moment of the Week. In the 49ers' big wild card win, receiver Deebo Samuel snared a pass from quarterback Brock Purdy and followed blocks by George Kittle and Brandon Ayuk on a 74-yard touchdown. A play made possible by thinking about football and not taxes. Come to TurboTax and don't do your taxes. Meet with an expert who'll do them for you so you can do more football.
kicked as usual. And the 49ers go into the half with a 9-6 lead. And the first half stats after this kick. Boy, Gold, so clutch. Yep. He had a few more yards on that one, too. Now we take a look at those stats brought to you by Tubi. As we saw. Today's game flow brought to you by Progressive. It is a good old-fashioned defensive battle here today. 9-6 49ers at the half. Dallas gets the ball to start the second half. He's Greg, I'm Kevin, and it's interesting. You know, we knew like both these defenses are really good, but for Dallas now with Tony Pollard, we saw him go out on a cart. How are they going to find explosive plays in their offense? They haven't had any.
Yeah, it's got to come through the passing game. They've got to find a way to somehow free up CeeDee Lamb. San Francisco defensively have done a great job limiting him to 4 catches but only 23 yards. Dak Prescott's going to have to win this game. And I know the first half he threw the 2 picks. They were tough. Took him out of, an opportunity to kick a field goal there late. But he's going to have to make his legacy. We talked about that by bringing his team, carrying them this entire second half, putting them on his back, and winning this game through the air. Him and CeeDee Lamb got to make it move.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. A 9-6 game at the half. We get set for the third quarter. More on the Cowboys as we go downstairs to Tom.
Well, Kev, we begin with an injury update. Tony Pollard, as we saw, carted off. He will not return to this game. A high ankle sprain. We saw him leaving in an air cast. Asking Mike McCarthy coming out to the field, he just said the rest of the offense is going to have to make up for that. Hugh Jackson to try to make an adjustment. Now, when it comes to the kicking game, McCarthy didn't mince any words. He simply said, listen, he's got to do better, referring to Money Maher, but he would not commit to whether they would continue to use him or go for a 2-point conversion. Defensively, he said we have to continue to do what we can to put pressure on Purdy. His message coming out here to begin, finish this game. You're in the right position. We have the opportunity. We'll see if they're able to do it. So much intrigue on this sideline, guys.
Yeah, and I'll say this, if this game is played like this the rest of the way and it's close and it's a field goal game, you got Maher coming off the drama from last week, had 1 block, which probably would have missed, against Robbie Gould, who is 28 for 28 in his postseason career. So that obviously in favor of San Francisco. Both these teams, the top 2 second-half teams in the league. And so here we go. The winner goes on to the championship game next week. Dallas hits the ball in this second half. And Turpin anxious to return it, but instead will take a knee as we go downstairs to Aaron.
Well, remember, Kev, when we had a chance to speak with 49ers defensive coordinator D'Amico Ryans this week, he said for Dallas, their biggest key to the game was stopping Tony Pollard. So when I talked to Kyle Shanahan going into the half, I said, if Pollard is out, which we know he is now, how does that change your game plan? And he said, it doesn't. He said, what I need to focus on is our offense blocking better. He said, this Dallas defense is moving around, and we have to sustain these blocks. He said, the rest of us on offense, we need to pick it up.
Welcome back to the divisional playoffs presented by Intuit TurboTax here at Levi Stadium, Santa Clara, California. Brett Maher, a 25-yard field goal off the fumble on special teams from Ray McLeod. It's got to feel so good. Missed the 4 extra points last week. Had 1 blocked earlier today. Probably would have missed that one too. But gets on the board and gets good feelings going, and more importantly, ties the game. Yeah, the rivalry's back. 9th playoff meeting for the Cowboys and the 49ers. Each of these teams has not won a Super Bowl since those mid-90s games. It's been a long time, and this feels like it. It's drama, it's intense, it's defense, and it's 9-9 with 5:58 to go in the third. Some great 49er alumni here today to watch the game. Joe and Jennifer Montana is here. I mean, you have Roger Craig in the house. Charles Hale, that's a power move having Charles Haley, who won rings with the Cowboys, 3 of them two of them in San Francisco. Steve Young is here, Jerry Rice. I mean, they had so many people down on the field. Merton Hanks was down there. They had a ton of guys. It was awesome, and that's what this rivalry brings out, and that's why it's perfect that there's high drama here as we start the fourth quarter. 9-9 game. It has been such a hard-fought defensive battle. See the quarterback numbers. This has been the best drive of the day, though, for San Francisco. 6 first downs. They previously had 8 the entire game, and it's a 2nd and goal from the 2.
This time should be anything like the other time. This time will be the last time.
Yeah, then and now, it's always big time when these two get together. 9th time in their playoff history, and not a shock, it's a close game, which we noticed. But then there's Kyle Shanahan, who's been around a lot of quarterbacks. He said he's definitely the most poised rookie I've ever had. Quarterback, any position, most poised rookie. And you could just tell. I mean, I guess the moment can't be too big for you when you're thrust into the situation and you're playing so well. And now you're on a divisional stage against Dallas. And you know what? He's played well today.
And I love when Shanahan told us the story about, you know, he kind of went off script a little bit last week and ended up making a great play. And he said he walked to the sideline. I was ready to jump him. And he just kind of looked at me and smirked, and I couldn't help but laugh.
Welcome back to the divisional playoffs presented by Intuit TurboTax here in Santa Clara. 49ers up by 4, 7.5 minutes to play in the game. Earlier today, on behalf of the NFL and the 49ers, Commissioner Roger Goodell, along with Jerry Rice, surprising the family of 49ers fan Nick Bonotto tickets to the Super Bowl. Sadly, Nick passing away on January 11th. He had a 2-year battle with ALS. Fitting way, paid tribute to Dwight Clark, of course, passed away from ALS as well. Forever remembered for the catch in the '81 NFC Championship games. Things are probably a little bit bigger now, but it's been a while. Super Bowl 29 for San Francisco, Super Bowl 30 for Dallas. That's 1994 and 1995. What a, and that'll do it. The 49ers back to the championship game. San Francisco, a hard-fought, well-earned 19-12 win over the Cowboys. And Brock Purdy, the rookie, is going to the title game. 49ers have been there before 3 times in the last 4 years. And on the last play, Cowboys needed a miracle. Didn't have it on this day. Jimmy Ward with a big hit. And the Niners move on. They'll take on the Eagles next week. What a game that was, and more to come. Our coverage continues. The State Farm postgame show with Kurt and the guys coming up right after this.